Hey guys, it's FifaRalle here, and welcome to episode 84 of Let's FIFA 13, and we got a bunch of gameplay in this episode. We start off by going into the final of the Gold Cup, and we come up against a 5 at the back Brazilian side, and if there's one thing I hate about 5 at the back is when you kind of concede goals on counter-attacks, and he gets a goal here. I couldn't get in front of Pato, and Courtois not looking too good in the goal. Here, back off a little bit, but my other defender kind of goes in, tackles the ball, and Ronaldinho gets back onto it, and he makes it 2-0, so a terrible first half here. I tried to get it back into the game, first here with Terap, and I get another chance a few minutes later, finding Van Persie here to the left foot, but it will hit the post. I just didn't have my luck, and at halftime he had 2 shots, he had 2 goals, and I had a few more shots and a little bit more possession, but I couldn't get a goal, and that is kind of the frustrating thing about playing against 5 at the back. It's really difficult to break down. You can get some shots in, but very often the defenders will block them off, or you'll get a shot from distance. And here in the game, he will even make it a 3-0 to make it even worse. I believe on his 3rd shot, actually. So I was just like, why can't I get a goal? And I get one back here with Cisse, but it didn't help much because just 2 minutes later, he will cross it in and make it a 4-1, and that was pretty much all for the game. I get another chance here with Cisse, making my way into the box. Thought I was going to get a penalty, but I did not, and in the end I lose the game 4-1. I had a few more shots and a little bit more possession, but when you play the 5 at the back, you play on the counter-attacks, and it kind of, it won him the game. I couldn't break him down probably to get good enough shots in, and in the end I had to see myself defeated in the final, and I of course wanted to pick up a win, so I went into the Gold Cup once again with the side, and we come up against a quite nice side there with Ribery, Messi, and the informed Di Maria on the top. So not a bad squad there, a lot of good players, and I get a very early lead here with Terap, finally getting me a goal compared to the other game where I just couldn't get any goals apart from one. So yeah, we get an early lead, and we continue on creating chances. Terap once again on the ball here, making his way into the box, quite lucky to pan a David Luiz there and get himself a second goal there to make it 2-0, but he will get back into the game, finding Ribery. I couldn't catch up, and he will make it a 2-1. But we will continue on here, pretty much straight from kickoff. Lamela on the ball, passing it to Van Persie. We'll find a bit of space onto the left foot here. We try to shot it, but it goes just wide. And we get another chance with Van Persie just a few minutes later, trying out the left foot, but this time around the shot was straight on the keeper. So we go into the second half before a breakthrough here to Rap with a simple scoop turn and giving me that a 3-1 lead. And we continue on. Cisse on the ball here. A little ball roll drag back past the defender, and we try out the shot to get our 4th goal of the game, and that is pretty much how it ends, 4-1, and we move on through into the next round of the Gold Cup. But instead of playing that, it was time to play the Eredivisie tournament, and we come up against a squad which basically was a Liga Portuguese side, and then he just substituted off all the Eredivisie players and got some gold players, and it seemed like all the 3 games I played so far in the tournament, everyone have just substituted off their players from the Eredivisie, which is kind of weird. Like I don't like to do it. It's fun to I like building squads for the requirements of the tournament, because then you kind of try out different players which you probably normally wouldn't try out, but all the opponents I've met so far, they just substituted off the players. But nonetheless, the game, I would create a few chances in the first half, but really not that much stuff going off from either of us. So it's not before the second half that I really broke through, and it's pretty much straight from his kickoff. I pick it up with Ronaldo. I thought he was going to take his keeper out, and I wanted to do a ball roll, but he backed him off, and I decided just to go with the shot, and I will make it 1-0. And I kept on creating chances. Here's Neymar on the ball, a little bit bonus to find a Mertens, and we'll pass it to Kaká, who finds a bit of space, but unlucky not to get the goal. And from the corner, we try to volley there, but we will not get the goal from there, that chance either. But then Lens breaking through, a little heel-to-heel chop past the keeper, and we will make it 2-0. Get a comfortable lead, and we just kept on creating chances into the second half. Here's Neymar on the ball, a few skill moves. We try out the shot, and on the rebound, it's Kaká to make it a 3-0, and that pretty much won me the game. He will get a goal back here, cross it in. My keeper or my defender couldn't get to the ball, and he will head it in, but it didn't really matter too much. I win the game 3-1, and I had most of the chances. He had 2 shots on target, and one of them was the goal, so not too much. It wasn't really the most difficult game, and I was ready to go on into the final. And finally, I met an opponent who actually didn't substitute off his Eredivisie players, and I get a good start to the game here. Lenz trying out a shot, and from the corner we will head it in to make it 1-0. So not a bad start to the game, and we continue on creating chances. Ronaldo on the ball here in the 25th minute, making his way into the box. The Waka Waka here, and we will try and skill the final defender, but he will tackle it away. But Neymar picking it up, and I'll go with the Elastico chop, and in the end I kind of didn't really know what to do, and I ended up pulling off another Elastico chop. I don't really like doing the same skill move like twice in a row, but it did work out, but it didn't look the best. But nonetheless, it gives us the 2-goal lead. And I tried to get a little bit too fancy there. I wanted to take the keeper out one more time, but he would tackle it away, and it was still 2-0. But into the second half, we pick the ball up here with a Neymar going past 2 defenders. We try out the shot, but it is saved by his keeper. And one final chance here in the 88th minute. It's Ronaldo on the ball, making his way into the box with the basic skill moves, and gets me the 3rd goal there to make it 3-0. And we try to flick it over the slide tackle here, but we get taken down inside the box. We pick up a penalty. Ronaldo steps up for that, but it is saved, and in the end the game ends at 3-0, and I win the final. I get the 6,000 coins, and I did control that game pretty much. And then it was about time to go into the Gold Cup again. We're into the quarterfinals, and we come up against a 4-5-1 Serie A side. And I'm not quite sure what happened here. I think it was deflection, because Courtois didn't really try to save the ball whatsoever. And my opponent will actually make it 2-0 as well. And he played ultra defensive, or defensive, not quite sure what. But all his players just stayed back, and they always rushed back whenever I went on a counter-attack. So difficult to find space. But I will get a goal back there with Cisse. And I'll get another chance a few minutes later. I'll pick up a corner, and from that we'll kind of hang on to the ball. He will not clear it away probably. We'll pass it to Strootman, who finds a bit of space, and he will get me the equalizer to make it 2-2. I tried to get that a 3rd goal to get into the lead, but I just couldn't get it in full time. So we go into extra time, and a dummy here to get past the defenders, and we try to make our way into the box and get a shot in, but it goes wide. And in the end we go into a penalty shootout, and I'll score my 1st goal to give me a good start, and I'll save his shot. So looking really, really good. I step up with Teraft, but it is saved, and he can get all even if he scores from his 2nd shot there with Hamsik. But I will pick it out, and I can get back into a comfortable lead if I score with Van Persie, and I will do that despite him diving the right way. And he steps up with a Boateng, and once again I save his shot, so I can win the penalty shootout if I just score with Elia, and I do so indeed to win me the game. And that will pretty much be the end of the episode, guys. I hope you did enjoy it. We will most likely be back tomorrow, and yeah, that's all. Thank you for watching. Hope you enjoyed the episode, and I will talk to you later.